Hi guys, John here from Optics Warehouse. So today we're going to be going through a range of compact scopes because we've got a frequently asked question of what's the best to go on a bullpup or smaller style rifle. So we've got a roundup here of from the very smallest of scopes up to not particularly compact in length as such, but nice turrets and it's not overly large and very good quality glass. But we'll go into that in more detail in a second. So I'm going to start with the cheapest and work our way up from there. So to start with, we've got the UTG Bug Buster. Now it's another copy of this as such, being the Vector Serato. Both very, very similar and both have the same merits. So I'm just going to go for the UTG one to start with. So for 100 or round about £100 scope, you've got side focus, you've got lockable turrets. Now that's done on a little ring here. Twist that allows you to twist the turret, unlock it back off there, stops it from moving. It's a 3 to 9 and a 3 to 12 magnification variant of them. Today here we've got the 3 to 12. They come flip up covers and also a really nice laid out mil-dot reticle in there. So for the money of that, oh, and it's fully recoil rated for a Springer on a 1-inch tube. So for the money there, the glass quality in these is surprisingly good. They're very light, so on any type rifle, be it a lightweight bullpup or small CO2 rifle for a kid's rifle as such, that is probably going to be the best value for money, pound for pound, you can get. So moving on from that, we're then going to go up quite a bit in money here to the Vyron. Now this is around about 180 quid from Vector. So you've now gone up to a 30mm tube. Once again, side focus, but you've got illumination on this one as well. The reticle in here has got a Christmas tree style as well, so it allows for better use of the holdover. Other merit of this, it is now first focal plane. Now, depending on what you're doing with it, you probably, if you're new to air rifles or rifles in general and you've got your first scope, generally it's going to be second focal plane. So that means when you increase or decrease magnification, the reticle stays the same size, but the image gets larger and smaller against that, changing your aim points. With the first focal plane, like the Vector here, as you change your magnification, the reticle increases and decreases in size with the magnification and the image. So your aim points will always stay the same. Now that's a big positive in many ways, but the main drawback of that is if you drop it down to the minimum on this particular model, which is a 4 to 16, is a 4 mag, you drop that down to there, the reticle may be a little bit difficult to see on that. But the fact we've got illumination will help just define the details of that. So turrets on here, once again, locking, so lift up, twist, push down. Nice feature there, very easy reset to 0. So just unwind that cap, lift the turret off, pop it back round, push it down. Once again, Chinese glass, but very surprisingly very bright for the price there. For a sub £200 scope, being that compact, it's a very, very well finished and well rounded unit. I'd be more than happy to have this on one of my smaller compact rifles, especially if I want something that's going to cross over from ratting and then go up, doing a bit of rabbiting or even going into HFT. I think that would be a really good choice to go for. So moving on from that, we're now going to go to the Immersive. Now, as you can see with this, it is the smallest scope of the range. It's nigh on, I'd say probably a little bit heavier than the UTG. They come with 3 separate mounts, so don't be worried about that and not getting the correct eye relief on a smaller rifle, because it can be brought right back with the extended one, or they give a small mount that will just sit under there and be able to bring it forwards. So it is a 0 eye relief scope, so just bear in mind your cheek piece on a bullpup may be a little bit too low for this. You may need to put a riser on the cheek piece or come up with a solution for that. But the field of view on these scopes is unbeatable. So you get such a wide field of view, you can see everything that's going on while you're shooting. The reticle in these, you've generally got two choices in them. One that's sort of your basic crosshair with a couple of aim points for hold over, hold under and for windage. And then you've also got, once again, a Christmas tree style, which really helps for aiming off in the wind at longer ranges. The Immersive, as you can see, it is a bit larger for bulkiness there, so it may, for how short it is, may upset the balance left to right if you're canting very slightly, but it will soon tell you are. Once again, as with all the scopes so far, comes with flip covers to go on or rubber covers, but you can put them out the way like that to keep them clear. Also with that, it is illuminated. So really nice feature there, side focus, illumination on the side with your push button. And as I say, another lovely small compact scope. Chinese glass, very, very bright due to the small nature of it and how big the ocular is in relation to that. They come in various sizes of magnifications, being a 5, a 10, a 12 and a 14. So moving on next, we've got the Hawk Air Max Compact. Now, most of you watching this video probably have come along this sort of here or there. It's one of the most popular scopes around, being Hawk. Everybody knows the name, everybody knows an Air Max. So you do 3 different magnifications of this as well. I do a 3 to 12, I do a 4 to 16, which is the one I've got here, and a 6 to 24. Cap turrets on here, so you can't knock it. Obviously underneath you have a dialable turret there, which is a return to 0. Side focus, as I say, illumination. With that you've got the on off in between. Once again, really nice feature. You can set it to where you like and just knock it off back one switch, so you're not having to keep going all the way around every time. 30mm one piece tube, build quality as per usual with Hawk, really nice up there. You're not really going to get any issues with this, and yeah, suited to any rifle you want to put it onto. Weight wise, I would say it's on par with the Vyron, roughly, from having it in my hands. For a HFT scope, it's really entirely up to you which one you go for. I always prefer the finer reticle of the Vyron, but the AMX reticle in the Air Max is a tried and tested ret. Very, very clear, easy to use in any lighting conditions as well. You will see that because it is slightly thicker. So that's the Air Max there. We're then going to move up to the Sightron S-tac. So this is the second best in glass quality we've got here. It's Philippines glass and Philippines build. So it's one piece aluminium tube the whole way through, again as per the Hawk, but with that slightly higher build quality. It's side focus, so they are a little bit stiff to start with as per any new scope, but the knurling on there means you're not going to slip no matter the weather conditions. So you've got Butler Creek style flip ups there, branded with Sightron. Really nice quality item, and as I say, the glass and the reticle, the glass quality being Philippines, say it's the second best we got here, and it does blow the others out of the water for detail. May not appear as bright to start with as something like the Immersive, which is very short and with a larger objective, but the actual detail you see in the target will be better with this. The only downside I have to this with the MOA reticle is it can be a little bit fine. So if you're not used to a fine reticle, I'd suggest possibly looking at one of the other options. So, moving on finally, we've got the most expensive one on the lineup here, which is the SWFA. It's a 3 to 15 by 42 first focal plane. Now this one is approaching the £1,000 mark, so it is a lot more than the other ones we've got here. But the reason why I wanted to bring this up is the build quality for the tracking, the glass quality, everything about this scope is so well thought out. If you've got a top-end bullpup or top-end compact rifle, this is the scope for you. As long as you can justify putting a £1,000 optic on the top, there's no other choice really. The magnification on it, got a nice lever there, which makes very, very simple turning. The tracking, as I mentioned before, is unbelievably accurate. So SWFA is known as one of the best tracking scopes on the market. And once again, although it's a 42mm objective, because it's got that high quality Japanese glass, the image quality you get through there is second to none. Side focus is silky smooth, no graunching, no grinding, just really nice all-round build quality of that scope. This one is the Milrad version, so it's a Mil quad reticle, and they also do an MOA quad. With that, if you have a look on the website, you'll see the links to that. The mil dots on there, they're actually hollow, so you can see the target through there with a tiny dot in the centre of that. So once again, you don't lose any of the target while looking through. So that is a roundup of what I think are the best compact scopes we have at the moment. As I say, all of these are suited to any rifle you want to put them on, recoil rated, except from the Immersive. The Immersive is a recoilless only, so you're looking at a PCP only scope for that one. The rest of them will handle anything you throw at it, even going down to the UTG Bug Buster or Vector Serato option of that. So if there's anything more you'd like us to go into detail, please feel free to give us a call or drop a comment or send us an email. Thanks for watching.